Okay, very good evening, my dear kids. This is Sundar Ravindranathan here. Hey guys, I do not know, some kind of I would say wrong scheduling happened, because of which the session got scheduled for 8:05. That is the reason, because I joined at almost 7:58 itself. I was waiting. Then I understood that the session got scheduled for 3 or 4 minutes late actually. Okay. So it's all right. Thank you so much for being very patient and waiting. Just give me a minute. Okay guys, so what are we going to deal with today? WH questions. Wow. What are they? What are WH questions? All of you know, guys, the purpose of your communication, there are two folds. One is to pass the message. All right. Number two is to pass your feelings, emotions. All right. And number three is to kind of improve on your thinking skills. I repeat. So there should be a way to expand your communication, at the same time keep improving on your thinking skills. Right? So that is where these WH questions come into picture. You know what they do? What are these WH questions typically? What, where, when, which, why? All these questions are WH. They start with the letters W and H, right? Now, whenever you use these words, you will find that the person cannot answer with a yes or a no. Try doing it. They have to detail out their answers. Alright, so the best way to make someone talk, alright, in an expanded form is to use WH questions. Why are you doing this? Can a person answer saying yes or a no? Definitely no, right? They can't. They have to give you the proper reason because of that word why. What is this about? They can't give you a yes or a no. They can't give you a one word answer. They have to detail out the answers. So that means these WH questions do a world of good for all of you. It promotes thinking in yourself, and it also makes a person detail out their responses, and it also helps you to expand your communication. So now I hope you have a gist of why are these WH questions important, right? Yes guys? So with this insight, let's get into the session. Yeah? So I hope you're clear, all of you. Hi Sankalp, I am awesome here. Thank you so much. Harshit, generally no, they can't. I'll anything that you ask, anything it could be, right? Where do you live? They can't say yes or a no. All right. So the only thing is, very rarely, you will find that whenever you are asking for, you want one word information, that time it's okay. Hey, which state are you from? Tamil Nadu. That's it. One word. It's okay. Because that's what you also wanted. But however, when you want someone to speak more, WH questions will, they are killers. You can use them to get as much information as you want. You can make the other person speak as much as you want to. Clear? Okay, awesome. All right, Pratham, hi. Guys, focus on the session, my dear kids. All right, let's jump in. Time, right? So guys, young wonders, what is this channel all about? CBSE, ICSE, CBSE is our prime area, and where we deal with 6th, 7th and 8th grade students. Mathematics, science, social and English grammar. And every day you have sessions for all the 3 grades, 6, 7 and 8. Okay? And every session will be live with a quiz. You know that. And today also we have quiz. Before someone asks, let me declare. And on the other side, when it comes to ICSE, we pick very important, significant concepts and explain them to you. Math, science and social are our areas of focus here. And on the other hand, we also have certain non-academic wonderful series. Since this is an English session, my focus will be on Spell Bee. We have a Spell Bee contest happening on on Sundays at 7 p.m. So you guys have been lovely supporters for that. So it has been wonderful till now. Guys, the coming week will be the 25th week for Spell Bee. So come on, I want everyone to participate in large, huge numbers. Okay? Awesome. So one more thing, I am thinking about declaring certain prizes in Spell Bee this week. Let's see. You will get some posters, teasers and all. Okay, I'll let you know. Right on the other side. So guys, this is what Vedantu Young Wonders is all about. We also have a coding series happening on Mondays and Fridays. Tomorrow we have 1 p.m. So this channel is quite a fascinating one. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Okay. Right. Because your support is what will help us push this channel to greater and greater heights every single day. Okay. So now, let us move on. Guys, in case you are looking for full-fledged live learning online and from the best of teachers, watch out for the subscription. It's called Vedantu Pro. And here you will have unlimited live sessions, unlimited doubts will be solved, personal attention to you, and periodical test assignments, beautifully crafted notes. It's an amazing subscription. Note down the link, and to get a very good discount, use the teacher code SRPRO. Go through it, look at all the details, then choose for yourself. I'm sure you would like it. Okay, that's about it. Let's move on. WH questions, what are they? Right? Typically, what, when, whose, who, whom, which, where, why, and H for how. Alright, so WH starts with W and the start H is for how. Cool? Okay, guys. So I think I have already very clearly detailed out why are these questions important. It promotes thinking. It makes the other person talk in detail. You can't give a yes or a no answer when someone asks you a WH question, right? How is this formed? How did this happen? Can you give a yes or a no? You can't. Right? Okay, similarly, now coming back, look at these examples. When will you finish college? Next year. Who is your favorite actor? Mr. Thomas, for sure. So these are some examples. Now guys, when it comes to forming these questions, remember this. Generally, you will find an auxiliary verb. We know that, auxiliary verbs helps you, alright, to kind of indicate the tenses, right? Whenever you use auxiliary verbs. So we usually form WH questions with WH plus an auxiliary verb. It can be, the word can be, do, have, okay, and the subject. Look at the example. Who's been paying the bills? When you look at the example, who's been paying the bills? Who is the WH question? Been is the be form of the verb, been. And paying the bills. The main verb, which is paying the bills. Alright? Typically. So similarly, where do they live? Where is the WH question? Do is the auxiliary verb here. They live. Typically the subject. Right? Subject and the verb. Main verb. Correct? So when it comes to forming the WH questions, remember, see, this is pretty simple for all of you. Don't complicate. Let's not complicate this. All you have to do is followed by the WH question, you will generally have an auxiliary verb. Alright? Or WH question, you might have a modal verb. Say, look at the example. What have they decided? Simple. What is a WH question? Have, modal verb. They decided. So, this is how you frame the general syntax is, it should either be after the WH question, it is either an auxiliary verb or a modal verb. Cool? Let me see if you guys have questions. Okay, guys. when it comes to auxiliary, a few of you are asking, sir, what is auxiliary verb? Auxiliary verbs are those which help you indicate tenses, form tenses. All right. Say for example, when you put where do you live, you're clearly indicating a tenses, right? A tense. Simple present. So the auxiliary verbs are verbs typically which help you in forming tenses in a sentence. Now here there are two types of auxiliaries. That is not the actual session today. Since you asked the question, I'll tell you. One is called a primary auxiliary, which is your do, right, did, all those things. The other is called a modal auxiliary. These are the two. Moving on. So can I form a WH question without an auxiliary verb? Yes. All right. Who bought this? Who did this? All right. Did again is auxiliary. Who bought this? Whose phone rang? You cannot have a very detailed question without an auxiliary verb. Generally, it will be very, very short. Okay. So when, what, who, which. All right. You use these words and directly the part of the subject. We do not use the auxiliary. Instead, you just put the subject and the verb. I repeat, in certain cases, when you don't use auxiliary verbs, you put the WH question, subject and the verb. Simple. Whose phone rang? Whose is the WH question, phone is the subject, rang is the verb. Simple. Which horse won? Which is the WH question, horse is the subject, won is the verb. Cool? I hope you're clear now, all of you. Bimal Devi, just now I explained what is auxiliary. Auxiliary verbs helps you in forming tenses in the question or the sentence. Okay, it is not just 10, it will also help you to frame the mood for that sentence. The verb mood. Okay, right. Now compare. Who owns this bag? So in this case, who is the subject? Right? Owns. Okay, and verb. Here in this case, you don't have any auxiliary verb at all. Bag is obviously the object. Who do you love the most? Who is the object? Here in this case, look at it. Who do you love the most? Who is the object? All right. You is the subject here. Who is the object? Who do you is the subject. However, the auxiliary verb is there, do. So in these two cases, look at the way, the subject-object framing, sentence framing is changing. Guys, now the purpose of this sentence is for you to just indicate, for us to indicate that it can change. Especially when you bring in an auxiliary verb. Alright. You will find that the positioning of the subject and the object will change. In the first case, without an auxiliary, look at it. First, subject comes first. Alright. And then the verb and the object. But there is no auxiliary verb at all. However, when you put an auxiliary verb, object comes first. Object comes first when there is an auxiliary verb. Then comes the subject and then you have the auxiliary verb, which is the do. Who do you? Gaming, what is the question? My dear kids, is everyone clear? Okay, guys, all of you know what are WH questions, point number 1. All of you know what are auxiliary verbs, point number 2. Right? Now it is very simple. When in the presence of an auxiliary verb, the positioning of the question changes. The subject, the position of the subject, the position of the verb, and the position of the object changes. That is the purpose of this slide. Simple. So in the first case, who owned this bag? You don't have any auxiliary verb at all. Look at it. First the subject comes, who, right? And bag is the object. Alright, so there is no auxiliary verb. However, when you put an auxiliary verb, who do you love the most? Now, who here is not the subject. You is the subject. So when an auxiliary verb comes, the positioning of the subject and the object changes. That's the point. Simple. Now I hope you are clear, all of you. Guys, give me a yo if you're clear. Come on. You is the subject here. Vaijayanti. You is the subject. Alright. Who do you? Who is not the subject in this case? You is the subject. Right? Okay. So when we ask negative WH questions, we use the auxiliary verb do, and there will not be other auxiliary or modal verbs. Okay. Look at an example. Negative verbs. Who doesn't want an ice cream? Which door did not open? Right? So whenever you used a negative auxiliary verb in this case, which door did not open? Right? Apart from that, you will not have any other auxiliary or modal verb. It will be very clear. Alright. The subject, which typically is which? Alright. Obviously the door, and then did not, the auxiliary and the verb open. Similarly, who doesn't want an ice cream? Whenever we ask WH questions, specifically a negative with a negative auxiliary verb, alright, yes, you will not have any other auxiliary or modal verbs accompanying it. Okay, and in these cases, WH question, the word will be the subject of the clause, the sentence. Don't worry, I'll explain to you guys. Look at it. Adding a WH word at the end of the sentence to end of the statement to make a question. Sometimes, guys, but this is not a proper way to frame a sentence. But generally we do it verbally. When we write, we don't do this. Today's date is what? Generally, to reconfirm, this kind of a sentence is acceptable. What is today's date? Generally, that's the right way to ask the question. Someone says a wrong date. Then what do? Today's date is what? You're trying to reconfirm, right? So in these cases, what? The WH question comes at the end of the statement. But generally, it is not a very, permissible way of doing, putting the WH question. Generally, it is always put at the beginning. The first one, what is today's date, is the right one. But sometimes, verbally when we speak, not in written, we tend to make the mistake. Today's date is what? Say for example, you're traveling with who? You're going with who? Alright, not the right way, but still. Who are you going with? Who are you traveling with? So, typically that is the right way of asking. Sometimes, verbally, when we speak, we tend to put the WH questions at the end. This is still acceptable, not a crime, but still not a stylish way of, or the right way of putting it. Hi, Kanchan. Hey guys, I hope you are clear, right? I'm sure we also make this particular, mistake. I wouldn't call it a mistake. We also do this generally when we speak, right? How many of you do this when you use a WH question at the end of the statement? Riya Raj, WH, W is always, starts with W, right? what, where, why, when, which, everything. H is how. Cool? Okay. Yeah. See, a few of us do. Especially someone makes a grave mistake, you know. Generally to go back strongly at that person, we try and ask, what? You're going with who? Today's date is what? Okay. So there you put the WH question at the end. Ho ho ho, it is over. So guys, hi Saransh, I'm fine. Sandhya, auxiliary verbs are verbs which are used in a question or a sentence to indicate the tense, which tense it belongs to. Alright, to indicate the tense in the sentence or to indicate the feeling, the mood, the verb mood in the sentence. And there are two types of auxiliaries. One is primary auxiliary, the other is a modal auxiliary. Okay, cool. Modal, Disha. Yeah, I know you are not Disha, some other name you said, I forgot. Modals are also part of auxiliaries. All modals need not be auxiliaries. Cool. All modals. Yeah, all modals are auxiliaries. Yes, yes, yes. Correct. Auxiliaries are divided into two, primary and modals. So they are a part of modal, auxiliary only. Yes, correct. Guys, are you ready to jump into a Menti? Let's see how well you guys are. I know, right? This is a simple WH question. But when we deal with it in detail, there are so many ways, so many rules governing that. So let me see how well you understood it. Can I go to a Menti? Are you guys ready? Give me a yo if you're ready. Neeraj Sharma, purposefully I did not elaborate it. It will complicate you. When you are at your leisure, I want you to go back to the video and look at it. That is when, after I have taught all these things now when you go back, you will understand. Gajanan Rao, probably, I'm sorry beta, my bad. Probably, too many mails are still pending at my end. I'll respond. Okay, guys, please open menti.com. I want you to open a website. Go to another browser window. Type www.menti.com. I repeat, open another browser window. Don't close this. Go to the website menti.com. Okay guys, once you go there, it's going to ask you for a code. The code for today's Menti is 1663088. I repeat the code, my dear kids, 1663088. Guys, 1663088. I'm going to start the quiz in 30 seconds time. Come on. Hi Tarunika. Hi Anav. Okay, I think it's time. Guys, starting the quiz now. First question. There are 7 questions totally. Fill in the blanks. Dash is your favorite restaurant. Come on, yes. Super simple, right? Which, what, where. But tricky, careful. Tricky, I repeat. Time is running. $196 of you got this right. Okay. Which is your favorite restaurant? Yeah? So it's very tricky. Generally, the usage of which is more formal than what? Lionel Messi, Pratham, Sandhu, Manish, Ashish. Top 5. Vishwasai, Amrita, Doctrine, Sir. My phone number, okay. Sanju loves English. Guys, write to me, okay? Don't ping me because you will also feel bad when I'm not responding. See, already guys are scolding me. Sir, you didn't reply. Sundar.r@vedantu.com. Write to me, okay? Okay. So guys, question number 2. 5 more to go after this. Which question word is used for asking about time? Not for asking time, about time. Where, when, which. Come on, simple again. Hi, Shanky. Thank you. You're from Jaipur. I've been to Jaipur. I was handling a school in Jaipur. JLPL. I have been there once. Okay. 233 of you. So, the Manish, Ashish. No, Nia is at top. Wow. And Karaminati, Ashish, Manish, top. And Sinoj, top 5. Pokemon, Divyansh, Asit, Tirth and Vijay. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Question number 3. 4 more to go. Guys, they are here only, yaar. They'll come. Choose the correct word, question word. I can't find my glasses. Dash are they. Come on, simple yaar. All of you know, right? Yeah, where are they? Kariminati is at the top. Followed by, no, Divyansh is at the top. Followed by Kariminati, Sinoj, Ashish, Manish. Top 5. Pokemon, Asit, Nia, Kaushik and Shaunak. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Guys, 3 more to go after this. Question number 4. I wasn't listening. Dash, did she say? I wasn't listening. Dash, did she say? How, what, why? Dash, did she say? I wasn't listening. Dash, did she say? What? How many of you chose what? Good. Almost all of you. Wonderful. So 4 questions are done. Looks like Kariminati is at the top. Sinoj, Manish, Divyansh, Nia. Top 5. Sandhu, Asit, Pokemon, Ashish and Kaushik. Guys, the same names are getting repeated. Come on guys, others. Get into the leaderboard, my dear friends. Question number 5. Just 2 more to go after this. Why did they go there? It means the same as what did they go there? Dash. So this question, why did they go there? It means the same as what did they go there? Dash. For, with, to. Simple, right? So if you are asking, hey, why did they go there? Instead you can say, what did they go there for? Both the places you are asking the same thing, the reason for going there. Correct? So for 247, most of you got it right. Well done. So now, Sinoj. No, sorry. Ashish, Manish, Sinoj, Divyansh and Kaushik. Top 5. Shreya, Nia, Pokemon, Sanjivni and Advika. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Guys, question number 6. Just one more to go after this. Hi Nandini. I pointed at the phone I wanted to buy and said, dash is that one. What can be that question phrase? How many? How much? What cost? Good. So guys, generally we don't use what cost. What is the cost of that one is correct. What cost is wrong. So how much is that one is always the perfect way of asking it. I want to buy it. How much is that? Correct. So 6 questions are done. We are moving towards the closure question for today. And as of now, looks like Ashish is well placed. Followed by Manish, Divyansh, Sinoj and Siddhi. Top 5. Pokemon, Teeth, Johanna, Padora and Hill Climber. Mradul. Good. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Guys, the final question for this session. Here we go. Let us see. Hi, Ms. Shruta. After they had checked the cinema listings, Mario said, "Dash one, do you want to see?" How, what, which? Good. Because I'm not joking, I mean it, right? So there you have to use which. Which is a formal way. Actually, you are serious and asking a question. Which one do you want to see? 210 of you got this right. Most of you. So looks like Divyansh is winning. Wow, Divyansh, well done. Many congratulations. Followed by Manish, Sinoj. Oh no, I'm not able to see the name. Third, who is that? Then Padora, Hill Climber, Mradul, Miss Cool, Vishwas, Nikhil, Laya. Everyone in the leaderboard, guys. Many congratulations to all of you. Keep it up. Well done. So guys, people who could not make it to the leaderboard, it's okay. So guys, we are also in Telegram. All you have to do is go to the browser in mobile, type t.me/Vedantu Junior and you can always join us. There are more than 15,000 students there. My dear kids, one more thing. There are some surprises waiting for you. As I said, this Spellbee is the 25th edition this week on Sunday. Don't miss it. There are prizes. Okay? Right, guys? So I hope you like the session. Now you know why WH questions are important. It helps you expand your communication, helps you get a detailed reply. So if you like the session, please hit the like button. And guys, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do like, share, subscribe. Thank you so much, my dear kids. Lovely interacting with all of you. Until I meet you tomorrow, this is myself, Sundar Rabindranathan, signing off. Bye-bye, guys. Stay safe. Have a nice evening. Bye-bye.